Okay. Start with the headlines. 3 pages headlines. Loud, clear, full.
Good morning, everyone. This is Sonia Singh. I am here to deliver a news. Blow to MBA can't disqualify rebel MLAs till July 12, says SC. Journalist Jubair held for hurting religious feelings. Women's 6-year-old daughter gang raped in moving car. Note: resisting rape doesn't mean act was consensual at sea. Rukus in assembly over Agnipath scheme. Maruti ready to quit small cars if cost turns unviable. Gadkari slams double standards of some forms. Energy access should not be limited to rich. Modi. MSME Award 2022. Bihar bagged second prize.
MSME award. Micro, small, medium enterprise. Where is the office? MSME.
Patna.
Industrial area. Polytechnic mode. CIMAGE. Microsoft right turn. Microsoft. Oh. CIMAGE then right turn. Right. After with the right turn. The first left. First left. Second left is that TCS and all examination. Third left is BBM Course. First left. First left. First left. Second building activity.
Time for Bihar's best minds to prove metals. BSPCB to facilitate study on human health environment. In dry Bihar, 30 liters of liquor seized in 5 months. CM removes silt to increase depth and width of Gandak. Yes, sir. Note: resisting rape doesn't mean act was consensual. Sever fourth wave unlikely but follow COP protocols.
COVID protocols.
JP
Severe. Wait. Read again.
This
Severe. Severe.
severe fourth wave unlikely but follow COVID protocols.
Achha, fourth wave is not that much serious, but we have to follow the protocol.
Yes,
Okay, fine.
JP Ganga batch latest hangout for Patna. Need to undo learning losses, have a resilient edu system. MU announces revised exam calendar. Even as G7 escalates pressure on Russia, PM says talks only way out. Hyderabad cops advise SPG to keep PM at hotel, not Raj Bhavan. 9 of Maha family killed over black magic rituals. India has 17% of global pop but contributes just 5% of emissions.
Note it down. India has 17% of the global population. 7%, and this 17%, that is 7.5%, right? To be more precise. And this 17.5% population, it emits only 5% carbon emission. Only 5%. Carbon emission. US is the ranks high. Carbon emission, factory alone. 5% global carbon emission, only 5%.
Congress Satyagrah, Kanhaiya faces protest. Rabri, crash FIR, free those arrested during Agnipath stir. I am nobody's Hanuman, RCP. Mukhia's hubby shot dead in Shivhar district. BJP win in UP vindicates Agnipath scheme. Minister. DPR for 5 new jobs in state ready. Minister. RL wise rallies regulate movement of several trains. JMM up stay away as opponents press poll nominee files papers. Army Jawan guns down to colleagues in Pathankot. Amrit Sarovar scheme will catch rain water and supply soil for infra projects. Handover flats give 9% interest for delay, NCDRC tells Blue Roof Builders. NEET UG mains CUCA to be held as per schedule. Uddhav strips all 9 rebel ministers of portfolios but doesn't sack them. PIL asked HC to direct ministers on unofficial leave to return. BJP ready with strategy, expects new government by Sun. ED claims details on suspicious transaction done by Gandhis. Rot gets ED summons, dares agency to arrest him. Move part of effort to raise safety, government. Bhargav, Maruti not that dependent on small cars. MBA free to move court if any illegalities were committed. Feel that you are being taken for granted. Set boundaries. Can I read? G7 may manipulate oil price to punish Russia. 10 killed after Russia strikes crowded malls. Russia. Plan will let Moscow sell oil to world but will sharply limited price. Look at all oil options including from Iran and Venezuela, France. Russia defaults for first time in a century, claims payment done blocked by sanctions. Malia seek to appeal UK High Court's bankrupt tax. Green Day vocalist says will renounce his US citizenship over abortion ruling. Ray Bans billionaire over honor Del Vecchio dies at 87. Taliban to convene Grand Council meet on June 29.
Okay, one timer. Okay, where is that 17%?
This one.
India has 70% of the global population, but contributes just 5% of carbon emission. Okay?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Praveen Kumar, and today news is India has 17% of global population, but contributes just 5% of emissions. Today, a huge market for clean energy technologies is emerging in India. G7 countries can invest in research, innovation, and manufacturing in this field. The scale that India can provide for every year new technology can make that technology affordable for the whole world. The core theories of the circular economy have been an integral part of Indian culture and lifestyle, he said. Modi said India's ancient history refutes the view that poor countries and poor people cause more damage to environment. 17% of the world's population resides in India, but our contribution of global carbon emission is only 5%. The main reason behind this is our lifestyle, which is based on the theory of coexistence with nature, said Modi. Ancient India had seen a time of immense prosperity. Then we have also tolerated the centuries of slavery, and now independent India is the fastest growing big economy in the whole world. But during this whole period, India did not let its commitment to the environment get diluted even a single bit, he added. Modi also said India's dedication to its climate commitment is evident from its performance. We have we have achieved the target of 40% energy capacity from non-fossil sources 9 years before time. The target of 10% ethanol blending in petrol has been achieved 5 months before time. India has the world's yes, sir. Achieved 5 months before its time. India has the world's first fully solar powered operated airport. India's huge railway system will become net zero in this decade, he said.
Acha, wait, write this net zero. Net zero. Net zero.
Net
NET net ZERO net zero. Net zero. Net zero happens to be zero carbon emission. Zero carbon emission. Pollution and all. Right. Net zero topic. Net zero as a topic. It's a huge topic. नेट जीरो पे आप लोग सर्च कीजिएगा सब नेट जीरो को आप लोग पूरा पढ़िए
reminding the world of his call last year in the Glasgow for lifestyle for environment. Modi said India's
in continuation to that study German there is some studies related to this environmental science इसकी पढ़ाई करके जो इसके इस फील्ड के लोग बहुत कम IIT also took that environmental science for masters अभी सब environmental science क्योंकि मशीन बहुत बन गई और कार बहुत बन गया और बहुत राइट अब इसके वजह से equal and opposite reaction yes so reaction happens to be उसको कंट्रोल करने के लिए हमारी जो प्रोसेस environmental science is equal to fast German language modern language environmental combination ऐसा नहीं कर सकते हम सब ऑप्शन करेक्ट करते जा रहे हैं और सिलेक्ट वन
Modi said India's life campaign was meant to encourage and eco-friendly lifestyle.
अब फिर से पढ़ाई करना चाह रहे और जो गलती किया वो सब कुछ काम हमारे में क्या सबसे जल्दी लिखा और क्या बहुत ज्यादा फाइट थोड़ी टाइम
We can call the followers of this movement triple P, that is pro-planet people. And we should all take the responsibility of increasing the numbers of triple P, people in our own country. This will be our greatest contribution to the coming generation, he said.
Thank you. Thank you. One time of coverage. Mr. Tavares, come. Which one do you want to take? Wait. This one was good. Wait. Sorry, sir. Okay, my friend. Severe fourth wave unlikely, but follow COVID protocols. मतलब fourth wave जो है वो उतना भयावह नहीं होगा, लेकिन protocol follow करना. Okay, sir. But it will start from here. It will go, and then not this one. Okay, sir.
Severe fourth wave
Unlikely
follow COVID protocols. Patna, amid surge in COVID-19 cases across the state over the last few days, people have started apprehending the possibility of fourth wave. Health experts and medical practitioners are, however, not unanimous on the chance of the fourth wave striking in Bihar near future. Dr. Sanjeev Kumar of AIIMS Patna said the rising cases of COVID-19 in different parts of the state in the past few days clearly indicate that the fourth wave has already commenced even
मतलब शुरू हो गया है fourth wave.
Even though very few people are being tested for COVID-19, the positivity rate has increases from 0 to as highly as 1% in a very short span of time. The percentage is likely to increase with the test of a greater number of people, he said. Dr. Kumar added the 10 COVID-19 patients admitted to AIIMS in the last few days, one has died as the had comorbidities with cardiac problems. If the
Cardiac means heart.
Yes, sir. Spread of the infectivity is checked with the strict observation of COVID protocols by the people. The fourth wave would be nipped in the bud, he added. Dr.
One timer. चलो. One timer. इंटरव्यू हो. अच्छा जाते हैं. Dr. Sanjeev Kumar of Nalanda.
Good morning, everyone. Dr. Satish Kumar of Nalanda. Satish Kumar. Dr. Satish Kumar.
अच्छा ठीक है.
Dr. Satish Kumar of Nalanda Medical College Hospital said the coronavirus has started infecting people very fast in last 4 to 5 days. And some doctors are also getting infected, even though most people are coming to the hospital with mild symptoms. Mild symptoms, the rise in
Mild symptoms,
the rise in positivity rate is certainly a matter of concern. The only good thing is that most patients are getting infected with the Omicron variants, and not a single patient has been found infected with the deadly Delta variants, he added. He said the recent rise in COVID-19 positivity may be attributed to the ever-rising or carelessness of the people towards the COVID-19 protocol. Most people have stopped wearing face masks and observing basic hygiene while moving from one place to another, even though
आराम से. कहाँ पे?
here place to and to her
Another.
Another even though the state has developed some herd immunity after the third wave, people need to adhere to the COVID norms, he said. Pediatrician
Pediatrician जो बच्चे का डॉक्टर होता है उसको pediatrics बोलता है.
Dr. Arun Shah said there was no need to panic from a fresh COVID wave, as most people have already been vaccinated with the desired number of doses, and many of them and many of them have also developed antibodies after being infected with the virus earlier. They are relatively suffer even if they are reinfected. They would hardly develop any serious complications needing hospitalizations, he said. Thank you.
अच्छा चलो ये थोड़ा इम्पोर्टेंट है तो टेक द रिस्पांसिबिलिटी ठीक है नीड टू अंडू लर्निंग लॉसेस हैव अ रेजिलिएंट एजुकेशन सिस्टम मतलब मजबूत है ना.
With the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic and the resultant imposition of lockdown. About 2 years ago, education in the school and college came to a grading halt. It became a big challenge to continue education across of students. Distance learning in online mode seemed to be the key, but the proper infrastructure for the same was missing. Much ground level remedial work needed to be done. Proper infrastructure needed to be built. Teachers needed to be trained. Digital content needed to be developed. Collaboration needs to build, and parents needed to be educated for online platform in the shortest possible time. From premier institutions and universities to school in rural area, everyone struggled to make this challenge happen, this change happened, and they did manage to quickly make a paradigm shift for traditional chalk teaching method to online learning techniques. Our educators worked day and night to provide a rich experience to all learners. With their creativity and optimize, they were able to provide right solution, and when the obstacles across
obstacles मतलब बाधा.
They not only engage students constructively, but also made sure that the assignments were getting accomplished on time. The educators created a positive environment for the students to learn in no time. The students respond in an enthusiastic way. The pandemic poses several challenges in the public and private schools, which included an unprecedented rise in the dropout, learning losses, and increase in digital dividing. We shift to an attractive online education mode, but the alternative was not accessible to all. Here in Bihar, children belonging to the poor strata or even the middle class were not able to arrange the required smartphone or computer or get internet access on online learning. They were forced to be a drop out of school. More girls dropped out than boys, thus
Jeopardy.
putting in jeopardy the progress in bridging gender education gap bridging gender education gap in recent years. Poor children were disproportionately affected by the disrupted schooling education. Disrupted schooling education. There was something required to stop the children from beginning mentally obtuse. During this phase, education were completed to think that only bookish knowledge, which limits a student to their career, is not the basic aim of our education system.
Thank you. Come first. Chalo. During this phase, start from during this phase.
During this phase, educator was the complete to
थोड़ा और वॉइस को ट्यूनिंग करो, थोड़ा और ठीक है, पहले रिलैक्स.
yes, sir, and relax.
ओके.
Yes.
थोड़ा
During this phase,
चुप
educator
रहो ना.
was
तमिल.
During this phase, educator was compelled to think that only bookish knowledge, which limits a student to their career, is not the basic aim of our education system. To win still the life skills in the future citizens of our country should be our prime aim. They should be strong, have self-confidence, and be adaptable and resilient to have balance even during difficult times or any calamity. They should also be kind, tolerant, and respectful apart from being able to take decisions during any situation. Conduct of examination or competition posed another problem due to drawbacks of our assessment and evaluation system. We have options like open book exams, aptitude-based assessment, and linking content knowledge to values of life. Still, the existing online assessment system is far from perfect. It still requires human presence or online protecting of technology are unreachable for most school. Proper assessment and evaluation during the pandemic have been pain point for all the institutions. The pandemic also made it crystal clear that the nothing can substitute schooling. The prolonged school closures and poor reception of online learning have meant that many students have fallen behind in terms of curriculum. Many have the forgotten lessons that were taught pre-pandemic and were not ready with the necessary fundamental skills that will help them handle and formal grade-based curriculum. Extended school closures resulted in major learning deficit for young children. Reading and writing skills of a student to COVID blow many face problem in recognizing of vernacular letters and constructing words. While some have lost language abilities, others have lost mathematical problem solving capacity. 18 months of a school closure resulted in a stunt educational growth, with kids also lacking confidence in group activities and showing increased anxiety levels. Their mental health also remains concerned.
Thank you. Wait, one timer. One timer. अच्छा ठीक है, एक मिनट को वो तैयार नहीं है, वो मना कर रही है। वन टाइम क्यों माय फ्रेंड कम? ये जैसे सर ये बाबू तुमको तैयारी करो, अचानक से बोला इसलिए माइंड एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया, हमने मना कर दिया, बट प्रिपेयर करो, सेंड द मैसेज टू योर ब्रेन दैट यहाँ पे आके काम करना है, बिल्कुल क्लियर। चलो kidding, don't be kidding. Ray-Ban chashma? Ray-Ban?
Yes, sir.
You know, owner has died. Okay. Ray-Ban's billionaire owner Del Vecchio. Price 87.
Rome, Italy's second richest man, eyewear magnate Leonardo del Vecchio has died at 87 after building an optical empire that saw him but buy up major brands like Ray-Ban, Porsche, and Oakley. Del Vecchio was one of Italy's most successful businessmen, building from scratch an international company that helped turn eyeglasses into a coveted and pricey,
Pricely.
price,
Pricey.
pricey fashion accessories. His fortune was worth an estimate $27.3 billion, according to Forbes 2022 World's Billionaire list. His company is Isla Luxuries
Luxottica.
confirmed
Luxury. Luxury से Luxottica.
confirmed Monday that he had passed away at age 87. Del Vecchio has been in intensive care at Milan's and Raphael Hospital in recent weeks. Born May 22, 1935 in Milan to a poor family, he spent part of his youth in an orphanage and being working as a teenager. He founded his own company, Luxottica, 1961, supply the optical industry with component. A decade later, Del Vecchio made the strategy decision to.
ये न्यूज़ के बारे में रिलैक्स करो। ऑर्फन समझते हैं ना?
Yes, sir.
हम क्लियर है? This person was orphan. He spent his time in orphanage, and from orphanage to the richest businessman of the country, Italy. तो यहाँ पर क्या चला इक्वेशन? या तो हम गरीब हैं, हम बाहर नहीं जा सकते, हम ये सारा मेरे दिमाग का मैसेज, ठीक है? नहीं, हम भी कर सकते हैं. I'm having two hands and two legs, just like any other people. I can do it. The same is the case with Lamborghini. He's also coming from a poor background. Yes. And this
Del
Vecchio, he's also coming from a poor background. Okay? But what is going on? What is the equation? It is all about economics and capitalizing the available resources. Capitalizing the जो भी resource आसपास में है, उसको capitalize कर लिया बंदे. ये तो हुआ. That's right.
Made the strategic decision to control all parts of production process. Luxottica began making its own eyeglasses, distributing them throughout Italy before expanding in Europe through joint venture. He spotted the advantage of partnering with fashion designing brand including Giorgio Armani branched out into retail and snatched up trendy eyewear brand like Ray-Ban, Porsche, and Oakley. Luxottica also bought such retailer as Lens Crafted and Sunglasses Hut, allowing the company to tap the consumer market directly without intermediary intermediaries in 2018. Luxottica merged with French Isle to become Isler Luxottica, with Del Vecchio serving as chairman in 2021 in publishing trade company, posted 20.9 billion in revenue. Leonardo Del Vecchio was a great Italian, the EU's European Union's Economics Affairs Commissioner Paul Gentiloni tweeted, calling him his success an example for today and tomorrow.
Great. Thank you. So this news, we need to monitor again the case study, the life history of this person, right? Chalo. All Babu tum. A short article. Chalo. एकदम सिंपल है ना? ये एक छोटा सा पैराग्राफ है. अब चलिए. World Bank okays 250 million loan for India's road safety initiative. रोड सेफ्टी है ना, तो उसके लिए $250 मिलियन का लोन वर्ल्ड बैंक में इंडिया को दिया. और उसमें पैसा खर्च होगा और फिर रोड सेफ्टी की बात होगी. इसी के बारे में पढ़ो. रिलैक्स एंड रीड.
New Delhi. The World Bank on Monday approved a
थोड़ा आवाज को और तेज करो.
250 million raise 1,916 crore loan for the central government's road safety program, which addresses high road
क्रैश
fertility rate in the country.
एक मिनट रुको. तुमने ये पैराग्राफ पढ़ा, अब इसी को फिर से पढ़ो. अब देखो फर्क पड़ जाएगा. फिर से
The
पढ़िए.
World Bank on Monday approved a 215 million raise 1,916 crore loan.
उसकी वजह से 3% का जीडीपी लॉस. 3% मतलब बहुत बड़ा परसेंट. 3% का मतलब ज्यादा 50 बनता, टेबल बनता, फिर पैसा पढ़ो.
Loan for the central government road safety program, which address high road crash fatality rate in the country. According to the institution, the India State Support Program for Road Safety financed by the World Bank will be implemented in
Andhra Pradesh,
Andhra Pradesh,
Gujarat,
Gujarat, Odisha, Tamil Nadu,
Telangana,
Telangana, UP, and West Bengal. The
बिहार
program
नहीं है,
Bengal.
ठीक है.
The program is aimed to help
लक्ष्य.
participating state reduce crash fatalities and injuries, short improved road safety management and institutional reform and intervention on high risk road. It all also strengthen emergency medical and rehabilitation
का मतलब होता है फिर से बसाना, ठीक है.
rehabilitation service for post crash car care. It said the variable spread loan from the international bank for reconstruction development has a maturity of 18 years, including a grace period of 5.5 years, which only 1% of the world's vehicles. India account for almost 10% of all crash-related deaths.
एक मिनट होल्ड डेटा. अरे हो गया, चलो लिखो. इंडिया में जितना व्हीकल है, इंडिया में that is only 1% of the total vehicles in the world. 1%. Clear? देखो 1%. Only 1%. Total vehicle in the world. Total vehicles in the world. Vehicles in India. That is only 1%. Only. But this 1%, right? It gives 10% of the road accident. Of the world accident. आप समझना ना गड़बड़ी कहाँ पे है. नंबर ऑफ व्हीकल्स कम है इंडिया में, लेकिन नंबर ऑफ एक्सीडेंट ज्यादा है. आप समझना ना गड़बड़ी कहाँ पर है. इसका मतलब एजुकेशन नहीं है, हाउ टू राइड द बाइक, हाउ टू राइड द कार, और फिर प्रॉपर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर नहीं होगा. सबसे पहले एजुकेशन नहीं. दे आर सपोज्ड टू राइड व्हीकल इन दिस वे. आप समझना ना गड़बड़ी. 1% and 10%. क्लियर हुआ? फाइन. पढ़ लो.
The poor household bear a higher proportion of the burden of road crashes due to loss of income, high medical expenses, and limited access to social safety nets. It said.
ठीक है, चलो. अब देखिए कितना इंपॉर्टेंट न्यूज था. हर न्यूज में से डेटा निकालने की कोशिश कीजिए, उसको प्रिजर्व कीजिए, राइट. तो ज्यादा एक्सीडेंट जो है ना पुअर लोगों में, ठीक है. अब उन्हें पूरा इनकम लॉस और महंगाई का खर्चा अलग, दवा खर्चा अलग, ठीक है. अब वो ऊपर आने बहुत टाइम लग जाता है, तो पर कैपिटा इनकम घटेगा ग्रेजुअली. फाइन. चलो
Good morning to all of you. Here's the news are hand or flat scheme. 9% interest for delay. NCDRC tells Bluru Builder. New Delhi. The Apex Consumer Commission NCDRC on Monday ordered a Bengaluru-based builder to hand over possession of inordinately delayed flats to 18 customers within 1 year and with 9% interest on the deposit for the delayed period. It also ordered that if the customers don't want to wait and if the builder feels it can't meet the target, then the company must refund the full payment with 9% annual interest. 9% annual interest from the date the buyers paid each installment. The home buyers had filed the class action complaint against filed the class action complaint against the Bengaluru-based Dreams Infra Indian with the National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission (NCDRC) in 2019, seeking intensical relief for all of them. They had cited that they were waiting for their flats, which the builder had promised to hand over in April 2014. They had also submitted that the builder had collected over 90% of the cost from all the buyers by 2016. Thank you.
Pronouncing the order.
Good afternoon, everyone. Pronouncing the order of bench comprising Commission President Justice R.K. Agarwal and Dr. S.M.
Doctor.
Dr. S.M. Kantikar said the developer is directed to complete the construction of the project within the period of 1 year from today and obtain the occupancy certificate and thereafter the possession of the respective flats to be delivered to the complainants. The developer is liable to pay delay compensation of 9% per annum for the promised date of delivery till the actual date of giving possession. The bench possession. The bench also imposed 50,000 rupees as cost payable to each complaint. The bench also said in the case complainant are not interested to wait for 1 more year or the builder is not able to complete the projected, the developer shall refund the entire amount with simplest interest of 9 per annum for the respective date of the deposit till actual payment within 6 weeks. If it fails to do so, the builder will have to pay 12% interest for the said period. Thank you.
DPR for 5 new ROBs in the state ready, right? DPR project report.
DPR for five new
Silence class.
new ROBs in state ready for
Railway overbridge. Railway overbridge is ROB and DPR is detailed project report. तो डिटेल प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट दिया गया है रेलवे ओवरब्रिज के लिए, ठीक है ना। इसी के बारे में ये बात की है। तो रेलवे पे ओवरब्रिज बना देंगे तो मूवमेंट आसान हो जाएगा। इधर रेलवे भी तो एक्सीडेंट होता है ना, इसी के बारे में पढ़िए।
Patna state road consultant and trade minister of
Nitin Nabin
Modi said
Monday
said the detailed project report
that is DPR
of 5 railway overbridge ROB which will be come up at a different places in the state has been made ready and the government was work closely with the railway to complete required pro cases
processes or other
railway
overbridges
which चलो
is the outlay of the plan. Outlay is the summary. Summary. Can you आगे बढ़ गया?
Yes, sir. 5
अच्छा ठीक है चलो